Seemasontherun. I'm going to teach you how to cook chicken today. So we're going to start off today. I have here 1.5 chopped onions, basically that size, and I've chopped them up just small, nothing too fine, and I've got 2 tablespoons of oil in a pan. I like to use the wok because you can use less oil and you still get the same texture and flavour. Okay, so we'll just wait for that to heat up and then we'll put the onions in there. What I also have done is I've got 3 cloves of garlic, a bit of ginger, and I'm going to chop it up in my little masher, and we'll put those into the onions. Okay, let's get the onions in there. We're going to fry these for about 10 minutes on a high heat until they go golden brown. A little wooden spoon here. Okay, at this point you can add in your salt. So you need about just under a tablespoonful of salt. If you don't like too much, just add a bit less in. And we need some turmeric powder. Not too much because it can be very strong. You take a little bit and you just pop it in. Give it a bit of a stir. And as you can, if you can hear, the onions are starting to sizzle up. Now while the onions are cooking, I've got my garlic cloves and my ginger, and I'm just going to chop it up, and I'm going to mash them up. Okay, and as this. Now you can use 1, 2, 3, as many as you please, but I'm cooking for 5 today, my family, so I'm using 3 cloves of garlic and a nice big chunk of ginger, which is very good for the health. Okay. Now while the onions are cooking, I'm also going to add in some cinnamon sticks. Now you might think, oh my god, these are so big, but really you can take them out once your dish is cooked. So just pop them in, not too many because cinnamon can be quite strong. Add in some black peppercorns. So what I'm going to do is, while I mash the ginger and the garlic up, just have a good look at that one. So it's black peppercorns. Okay, so I'm going to put in probably about 15 or 20, and I'm going to mash those up with my ginger and my garlic. And I'm also going to add some cloves. This is what cloves look like. Okay, so you can see that. Again, I'm going to add probably about 10 of those. Just give a stir on my onions. They're going brown, you can have a look there. And I'm just going to add in the spices as well. Okay. Now that this is all mashed up, you'll see that I've captured all the juice, everything in there, so I haven't lost any of the flavour, any of the smell on there. And I'm just going to add that in now into my onions. Okay. Just so. As you can see, it's going nice and brown. Now if you really want to, you know, like sometimes I do, but because I'm actually showing you, you can actually, you know, do a whole load of cloves and garlic and ginger and everything, and, you know, have it pre-prepared. Because mum's on the go, we need everything ready on hand, and it's so much easier when it's already there in little containers in the fridge, and you can use this for about 2 or 3 days at a time. You know, as you're doing a few now, you can just, you know, chop a few extra up and put it in a container. I do that with some of the chilies. I also do that with my tomatoes. Have them all prepped up so they're easy to use on hand, and you save a lot of time. You see here, that is the plum tomatoes liquidized, and that is the passat. But just a little bit different. This one is darker, thicker, more concentrated. Okay, in here now, I'm going to add, I've already added my salt and I've already added my turmeric. I'm going to add some coriander powder, and I'm going to add a little bit of cumin seeds powder in there, just to give it that extra spice, aroma. Okay, once you've got your onions lovely and golden brown, you're now ready to actually add your chilies in, your red chili and your garam masala. Chicken I'm cooking for you today is actually a chicken curry. That can be served with rice. And I will show you how to make the rice as you make your chicken. While I've had the onions cooking. We've taken 2 bowls of rice here, as such, and we're just going to wash them. And what you do is you put your kettle on and you boil a whole kettle of water, and we're going to put those on the gas. So by the time your chicken has cooked, your rice will be done. So hence you've killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and you've not had to microwave them. You've allowed them to boil and cook as you are cooking your chicken as well. You thoroughly wash your rice, you fill it up with hot water, and you just pop it on the gas, and you let that sim as you are cooking your chicken. And you'll know that by the time your chicken is cooked, your rice will be done as well, and you'll be ready to serve both dishes at once. There's no measurements here because we want the rice to cook on its own accord, so we filled it all the way up and just popped it on the gas. Okay, now that our onions are ready as well, you can see that they're lovely and golden brown. I'm now going to add the plum tomatoes. Okay, so you pop them in. Now this is 2 tins of 400 grams of tomatoes, so that's just over half over 1. So we mix it up, see the consistency. You can judge for yourself how thick you want it. If you're not very keen on too many tomatoes in there, you just put in a bit less. Okay, so I think this is just about right for my chicken, and that's just over 1 tin of tomato. I'm going to add, to thicken the sauce up, the tomato passat in there. Now you don't need too much because it's already concentrated, so just a bit there. I would say it's about half a teacup. Okay. And now we're going to let the tomatoes actually cook in the ices. So we leave that for a little bit to sim on there. But you must be careful because tomatoes in the sauce have a very bad habit of splashing. So give it a cover and let them just get on with it. Now while our onions were cooking in our tomato sauce with all our spices in, I have chopped up 900 grams of chicken, which is more than sufficient for a family of 5. So it's just small, firmly diced, small pieces, not too big, just have a look here. And that's the rest of the chicken there. So they're ready to go once the sauce is done. Another few more minutes. Now, our chicken is actually ready to go into the sauce. Okay. And we just slowly just pour it in, giving it a stir. Now don't forget, we've still got those cinnamon sticks in there. We can actually remove those once the chicken is cooked. That's our chicken in the sauce. As you can see, the sauce is more than sufficient, okay, and it's covering the whole chicken. And we will just leave that to cook for another 15 minutes, and we'll be ready to serve. Put the lid back on, and while that is getting ready, I'm just going to give the rice a bit of a stir because there'll be coming up to becoming soft. Okay, they're just over here. Okay. So I'm going to be taking some fresh coriander. Okay, I've got a bunch in my hand. I'm just going to cut the coriander up nice and fine, making sure there's not any big bits in there. I'm going to add a glass of water to just moisten the chicken up a little bit and let that sim on the gas. Okay, as you can see, my rice is ready. I'm just going to take it over to the sink and I'm going to sieve it through. That's all you need to do. And then all ready to go for my family. Okay. And now the chicken is ready. Coriander. Just sprinkle that over. It's a lovely chicken curry. Okay, so that's me done for today. So I'm Seema from Seemasontherun. Subscribe to me, give me your comments. And for tomorrow I will be cooking some sweet and sour Indian style noodles with fresh vegetables. Thank you.